Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phay, and welcome to the channel. So, why did Snoop Dogg need an umbrella? Faux drizzle. Today, we're looking at the Scrappers expansion for The Last Command from Sentient Games. The Last Command from Sentient Games is a 1 to 2 player game where basically two players are going head to head against each other in this dual deck building game. Now, in this game, your dual decks is you have one deck that's going to be your crew, you have one deck that's also going to be your ship, and you're going to be drawing different cards from each one of those decks at your choice to be able to do different things to your ship to help you try to take out your opponent. Now, what we're going to talk about here is we're going to talk about the Scrappers expansion. The Scrappers expansion is going to add 12 cards into this game, and it's going to be able to help you utilize the scrapped cards that the base game already takes care of. So the game's going to have you scrap cards, but then they're just out of the game. Well, this is going to allow you to be able to bring them back. So I'll tell you what, let me explain what these cards do, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So to add the Scrappers expansion to your base game of The Last Command, what you're going to do is you're going to take the cards and you're going to find the 3 that actually say begin the game scrapped, and you're going to put those off to the side. So you're already going to start this game off with a scrapped pile. You're going to take the rest of the cards and you're going to add them into the respective decks. It's either going to be your tactician, your comms expert, your engineer for your crew, but then you also have the tactical, the comms, and the engineering decks themselves. So put all the cards in there. All right, shuffle them in, and you're just going to play as normal. But what do the individual cards do? That's what's going to be the key to this game. Okay. Now, you're going to have the old ship bot card. You're going to have one of those cards in every one of the crew decks that you can buy. And what that's going to do is it's the same in all the decks, but it's going to allow you to either add 4 power to that location, or you can repair a malfunction if you have one. All right. The other thing that's cool that you can do with that particular card is it allows you to be able to take a card that's in your deck. And normally you're playing all your cards, but you can actually take a card that's in your deck and you can hold on to that card. Don't play it this turn, but you can save that card for next turn. So if you know where it's going to come in handy next turn, that could be a huge advantage. So that's where that card's going to come in handy. And like I said, you have one of those for each of the crew decks. The other thing you're going to have for each of the crew decks is you're going to have the recon card. All right. Now the recon card is going to allow you to gain 3 power to each one to the system that it's in. Also, it's going to allow you to take a scrapped card to your discard pile. So then what you do is you go to that scrapped pile, grab one of those cards, and now you put it in your discard pile and you can bring it back at a later date. Now, the cool thing about the scrapped cards is each one of the scrapped cards that you put in the scrap pile, they all have different abilities. Okay, so you're going to have like a 4 power for the tactician's one. Okay, your engineer one is going to allow you to scrap a card that you have in play, and you're going to gain a hull repair equal to the credit cost of the scrapped cost. And they also have abilities can be used at the end of the turn as well. And the comms expert one is going to allow you to scrap a crew that's in the market, and you're going to be able to deal damage equal to the credit cost of the scrapped card. So they're going to give you some really tough abilities, which is actually really nice. I do like those cards. They're tough. There's not a lot of them in the game, okay, but I do like them. The other 3 cards you're going to get is you're going to get the tactician card, or not the tactician card, but the tactical card, which is going to allow you to scrap a card that's covered by that one, okay? And you're going to be able to deal damage equal to its power cost. So a lot of these scrap cards are damage dealing effects. The other thing you can do is you can actually take the comms card. You can take a scrap card or take a card that's been scrapped and return it to your hand, which is nice. Okay, and then the last one is you can scrap a card with the highest credit cost that's in the market, and you're going to move a scrapped card to the top of your deck. Okay, so as you can see, all of these cards are really manipulating the scrap pile by either taking cards from the scrap pile and doing something with them, or it's taking cards and moving them back to the scrap pile, but it's a lot of times just doing damage. All right. Now, like I said, there's only 12 cards that come in this set. Do you want to put one set of scrap cards in your deck, or do you want to get two of these and put two in and deal with that scrap pile even more? I only have the one, and I actually got my base copy of this game. I was actually given this as a review copy. However, I purchased this Scrappers expansion on my own because I love this game so much. I wanted more. I only have the one deck, and what I found is, even though I only have one set of each one of these cards, or one set of this expansion, I do see the cards come out. Okay, now they don't come out a ton. I kind of almost wish I bought two so they'd come out a little bit more, but then again, without play test and everything else, I don't know if it'd be just a little bit too overpowered. So like if I get the scrap cards and my opponent doesn't, is it going to give me that much more an advantage? I don't know, but I will tell you what, I had a lot of fun playing this expansion. So like I said, there's not a lot to this expansion. You're just adding these cards in to your deck and you're playing the game like normal. You just now get to manipulate that scrap pile, which I'll tell you what, when cards get removed and get scrapped and you can actually bring them back, to me, that's a whole lot of fun. So if you like The Last Command and it's a game that that you enjoy playing, and this is one of my favorite deck builders, I cannot recommend this expansion enough. I'd say if you have this game and you like this game, this is a must buy for you. Well, thank you once again for joining me today. As always, I please ask you to like this video on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on Facebook, and also on X. And please leave me a comment on any one of those platforms, and I'll get to those comments just as soon as I can. And also, if you like the content I provide and you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask you to go ahead and click on that subscription button. It helps me out a lot. And also click on that bell and be notified when I drop new videos. And if you like the videos that I provide for you here, I also do post videos over on the Discriminating Gamers channel. I'll do reviews, unboxings, and playthroughs over there as well. I'll leave a link to Cody's channel in the details down below. You know, the internet connection on my farm was spotty, but I found that in the barn, I had a stable connection.